guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a little bit of a review, swatch, try on type of thing with some eyeshadows. As you may have noticed, I've done the rest of my face bar my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Kat Von D single shadows. The one I've had the longest and the one that's been available the longest is Lolita. So this shadow has only ever been sort of in a single pan like this, and it was to go along with the Lolita lipstick. I believe there's even a Lolita liner now. I'm not 100% sure. Like, Lolita is the sort of universal moody brownie colour, basically this colour, that sort of tawny rosy brown that she does, and she did it in eyeshadow slash blush, so you can have definitely like a whole monochromatic look. And I do think that has been out for about a year, but very recently she released two shadows that used to be in palettes, which I think neither of them are no longer available. So first of all, we've got Blood Milk, which is this matte sort of really nice red colour, which again, definitely up my street. This I believe was in the Serpentina palette, which is a palette that I didn't purchase. I think when that was available, I don't think Kat Von D was as readily available in the UK, so, because I definitely looked at that palette and particularly this colour and was like, ooh, baby. So now you can get it in a single shadow. I don't know if these are limited edition, they might be. I'm not 100% sure. And the last shadow is Swoon. Now this was in the Kat Von D and Too Faced Better Together Heart palette. This was in the KVD side. And I did actually have this palette and I did do a little look for it. So I'm going to link down below the video I did, and I did actually use this shadow in the look. And again, these sort of, this red colour, are you sensing a bit of a theme? These were definitely, part of the reason that I bought that palette was because of this colour, because I just thought it was beautiful. And yeah, no, I just think she's made a really smart decision as to the colours that she's put in these single pans. So actually, with the Lolita, my friend got this for me when she was travelling in Canada, but you can now get this on Debenhams, and I bought these both on Debenhams. Again, like, Debenhams do like 15% off quite a lot, so I ended up actually getting these in the Black Friday sale for about £13 each, which isn't cheap for a single shadow, but you do get quite a lot of product, specifically 3.2 grams, and I don't know, I just really like the shadows as they are anyway. But yeah, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a look and a swatch fest with these and pop them on my eyes and all that stuff. So I'm gonna swatch them first for you. I should have brought some like makeup wipes or something down with me, but I definitely haven't. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my coffee. So first up, I'll do Lolita because it's the one that's been in the lineup the longest. So the touch of the shadows, it's not. Oh, and also, as you've probably assumed with Kat Von D, it's vegan, and red vegan shadows are hard to come by, so that's really cool. Anyway, so this is Lolita here on my finger, and the shadows are a little bit stiffer, but I think they still blend really well and are really easy to work with. So that there's Lolita swatched. Let's stick with the matte theme, and so we'll go for Blood Milk. See, that's interesting because Blood Milk feels a little bit more creamy. Then we have Blood Milk next. And last but certainly not least, we've got ourselves Swoon. So, so that's Lolita, that's Blood Milk, and that's Swoon. Right, so full disclosure, tonight I'm also going to a gig, so I've just thought of it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sort of check back in with you and show you. Disclosure, I'm going to be using eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer with a skin tone powder because that's how I like to put my makeup on. Like, that's what I would do every day, so I think it's unfair just to put the lid straight on my eyelid and compare it to stuff that I wouldn't usually do that with. I definitely like to put the prep work in. So I like to take just a teeny tiny bit, rub between two fingers, and then plonk it on the top. Hang on, what I'll do is I'll zoom you in. I'll just get the fringe out of the way, you know she means business. But yeah, and I just put, still got a bit of the shadow on my fingers. I just pop this on with my fingers, but you could put it on with a brush if you fancied, but what have you. The eyeshadow primer I'm using is by Milani. I like it. As you can probably tell, I've used quite a lot of it. And then to set it, I'm going to use this powder at the top here. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but your own skin tone powder, or if you're using a palette, like a bone colour, again, I just like to take that all the way up to the brow and just set that, just so, because I like quite a blown out, blended eyeshadow look. I think doing this step first, like by putting a skin coloured powder on, I think that really helps the shadow blend into what will look like your skin, but obviously it's the powder, because it just has something to sort of work with and blend into rather than just your bare skin. And also I definitely believe in eyeshadow primers. I wear them every day that I wear eyeshadow. Right, so now we've got the base down, I'm going to start actually with Lolita. It is the lightest colour of them all, and I'm going to start with a bigger, fluffier brush. Although this is a bit stained, it's got no shadow on it, so I'm just going to plonk it in, and I'm going to run that through the crease. And as you can see, these are like super duper pigmented, but also blend really well. I think sometimes when you have like a harder formula shadow, you sometimes think it's going to be tougher to blend, because I don't know, I just think in the beauty community, a lot of the shadows, when they sort of feel like buttery smooth, like that's what's really sort of praised in the ideal texture. But actually, just because this is a little bit harder does not mean that it doesn't actually perform on the lid any better. I'm just going to take that sort of skin coloured shadow once more, and just, because I feel like I've got a little bit high on the brow bone, and just blend that there a little bit more. Just so the edges are a little bit softer. Cool. So next up I'm going to use initially a bit more of a pointed sort of blending brush, and then a bit more of a packer brush as well. I'm going to dip into Blood Milk, and I'm going to sort of focus that on the outer half of the eye, and then coming onto the lid. I'm going to start with the crease and the Real Techniques brush. This. And then I'm going to take this brush and sort of pack it, yeah, sort of outer third, outer half. Let's see where we get to. And then on that same brush, I'm just going to use the other side and take Swoon, and I'm going to work that again from the centre into the corner. I'm not going to take it right into the corner, because I would use my own highlight to highlight there rather than making it completely red. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. So I just thought I'd do a little extra blend. But yeah, I'm going to take Swoon on a sort of flat shader, tap off the excess and stamp it on. Ooh, baby. And whilst I'm still working on the top, I'm going to dip back into Lolita and just blend over sort of the crease again where we initially put it, just to make sure that all those edges are nice and blended together. Oh god, what's going on with my fringe? I mean, if you're somebody who likes to, you know, wear makeup out for Christmas night out but doesn't want to wear a red lipstick, you could definitely bust this out. I'm going to take a bit of Blood Milk, and I'm going to take a very pointed brush and run that underneath my eye, just to tie it all together so it's not just so top heavy, and yeah, sort of just tie the look together. I've also got like hazel green eyes, so I think another reason why I love red and orange eyeshadow so much, because it really brings out the green in them. I always find that people say that I've got brown eyes, and I don't have brown eyes, because when people say, oh, you've got brown eyes, I'm like, no I don't, they're definitely hazel, and when they say brown they mean not blue. So just pay attention, just actually look at my face, look into my eyes. But you're just going to run this underneath. Easy peasy. Actually, I'm going to take a clean brush and literally just run it basically over the whole thing, just to make sure again that it's all nice and blended and sort of what I want. You could totally just pop some mascara on and leave it here, but I am going to actually pop some liner on, and I'll be right back and we can have a look. So I popped some liner and some lashes on, and also a lipstick as well, and I do understand this is quite a look, but I don't know. I wear red eyeshadow all the time, so for me it kind of seems like just a little bit of a step up from a neutral, but I do understand that that may be not the case necessarily for everybody. But yeah, no, I really enjoy how this has turned out. Sort of, hang on, I zoomed you around wrong, now I'm gonna zoom you back in. I really do like how with the Swoon sort of here, like almost by the liner, it just sort of gives it that like extra brightness. If you're looking to get one of these shadows just to wear it by themselves, I definitely think I would turn you in the direction of either Lolita or Blood Milk, the matte ones, because I think both of those on their own you can run through the crease and then just like pack on the lid and have that sort of like one shadow look, and it would be really, really nice. Whereas with Swoon, I think because it does have that shimmer in it, I think it works best when you play with some of the matte shadows as well. But yeah, you can just use your bronzer and run that through the crease and pop that on the eye. But yeah, I found them really easy to work with. Again, the swatches are still here. But yeah, they were super duper easy to work with and super blendable. And I didn't get any fallout or anything, but I do always make sure I tap my excess off of my brush. But yeah, so far I am a fan, I must admit, particularly of this look. Yeah, it is a little bit more out there than my, I guess, my everyday look. But you know, that being said, you know, I think, I don't know, I think for me, as I've said, like I think reds for me are just sort of like the colour I wear every day, so they're just kind of like a little bit more of an elevated neutral, but realistically they're not. But yeah, no, I like how this look turned out. I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner as always, and the Smashbox Superfan mascara. What's on my lips is Glossier Leo, and that's the point as well. I mean, you really, if you really wanted to go for it, you could, but I find, particularly when you're wearing red, whether it's either on your eyes or on your lips, having as sort of clear complexion as you can as possible, you know, like if you're having a bit of a breakout, like that redness, and then you add it to your lips or your eyes, can really like drag to it. So luckily at the moment my skin's pretty clear, so I don't have any spots at the moment actually. So I've got quite a clear complexion, and I haven't gone crazy on blush or anything. My blush is just like a neutral one. And yeah, and then on the lips, although it is like a little bit more of a brown colour, it is still, you know, definitely in comparison to the eyes, neutral. I don't know if I necessarily wear red eyeshadow and red lipstick together, because that's just, wow, a lot of red. But yeah, anyway, as I said, I'll drop back in. I did mention I'm going to a gig tonight, so I'm going to be in a hot and sweaty room. So we'll see how this turns out when I get back. But anyway, yeah, but so far so good.